Hello, and welcome to Art Minutes. I'm Kerry Elkins, Museum Specialist at the Appleton Museum of Art, and this is an Olla, or water vessel, by Victoria Garcia. This modern Acoma Pueblo water jar is a large vessel measuring about 24 inches all around. It has a traditional Acoma Pueblo shape with a narrow neck and opening. It has black on white painted decorations with orange interspersed to highlight details of some of the designs, which are spaced over 4 bands. The mid-body band features 2 serpents that face each other at the front of the vase with differing curvilinear and hatch designs, their bodies wrapping around the vessel. The serpents' tongues are long, zigzagging lines ending in arrows. Bordering that central band are 2 framing bands with a leaf motif. The neck band has geometric shapes that alternate between solid line and hatched fine lines, a design that is mirrored in the lower mid-body band below the serpents. At the front of the vessel on the neckband is a large circle with hatched lines surrounded by orange-dip petal-like forms. The underbody is a solid orange painted band. Olla, like this water jar, are made by hand coiling. The base is formed from a mold, generally the bottom of a broken jar. Ropes of clay are then rolled by hand in manageable lengths and are spiraled to build up the walls. The sides are then smoothed out with either a paddle, pebble, or sponge. Acoma Pueblo pottery is known for its large ollas with thin walls, geometric designs, and traditional colors of black and orange on white. Pottery is a major part of Acoma Pueblo life, which originates from the earth that they honor. At birth, the Acoma people are bathed in a pottery bowl, and they are buried with pottery after their death. They dig clay from the earth and then dry it before soaking the clay in water and adding a temper to stabilize the clay and help it dry evenly. Across Pueblo culture, pottery was traditionally women's handiwork. Vessels like these were mainly utilitarian, used for storing food and water. To appeal to tourists, potters made more commercial pieces that were smaller and thinner for easy packing and transport beginning in the late 19th century. There was a return to the old ways of making pottery in the 20th century, and the works of Pueblo artists were recognized more as fine art rather than anthropological curiosities. It is important to acknowledge that Pueblo potters create works that are simultaneously steeped in traditions passed down through generations, as well as the personal interpretations and spirit of the potters themselves. Victoria Garcia was born on March 11, 1949. She is a member of the Estevan family and learned the art of pottery from her grandmother, Marie Chino. Chino and Victoria Garcia's mother-in-law, Jessica Garcia, are considered 2 of the 4 matriarchs of 20th century Acoma Pueblo pottery. Victoria Garcia passed down her knowledge to her own children. This jar exemplifies the merging of both form and function. The bottom is concave, which is practical in design as it can be used to hold rainwater that is collected and carried on the heads of women. A well-formed neck can reduce the chance of splashing and therefore wasting the precious resource of water in the dry climate of the Southwest. The serpents featured on the vessel are called Haa'ku. They are water serpents with lightning-like tongues that are important creation figures in Acoma Pueblo culture and viewed as the guardians of water. They represent changes in season and weather, such as storms and lightning, as well as moving water. We reached out to the Acoma Sky City Cultural Center and Haa'ku Museum in Sky City, New Mexico, for help in identifying some of the imagery. In reference to the central flower-like form on the neckband, Operations Manager Melvin Juanico said, "I envisioned this image as being the sun, with clouds passing under it and the rain showers being released. The orange colors represent the sun. The fan-like images below the serpent could represent flowers or even yucca plants, being that Acoma artisans will use a yucca brush to design their pottery." Regarding the geometric solid and hatched lines, he said, "Most solid black colors represent clouds and mountains. The fine line patterns represent rain, as we pray and rely on much-needed moisture for our land Mother Earth." This jar looks contemporary, especially in how Garcia chose to design the fin of the water serpent as extending outside the central band. But it's steeped in traditional iconography. Pueblo pottery can be both balanced and symmetrical. One detail of the piece the public generally doesn't get to see when it's on view is her hallmark on the bottom. This particular piece has a special edition. Above her name and location, she has painted a small scene of a pueblo. For more information about Acoma Pueblo pottery, please visit the Acoma Sky City Cultural Center and Haa'ku Museum website, which is linked below in the video description. We would also like to thank Manuela Well-Off-Man, Curator at the Institute of American Indian Arts Museum of Contemporary Native Arts, and Stephanie Riley, Registrar for Cultural Projects at the Indian Arts Research Center, School for Advanced Research. Thank you for listening. We look forward to sharing more about our collection with you in the next Art Minutes. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.